Hello and welcome back. So we're going to move on to a new concept, and this is one of my favorite concepts to play with because it feels really powerful. It feels very martial arty, and yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun to kind of play around with. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a very loose grip on the staff. So I'm using between my pointing finger and my thumb, both hands. And we're just going to hold it like this. We can take a nice stance, so feel where your center of gravity is. So you can just start to play with this in a static position at first. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to wind the staff over as if we're just doing a normal spin, but we're continuing to hold it with our arms. So at some point the arms are going to meet and they're not going to be able to go any further. Okay? So option is you can come back and wind in the other way, or back to where you started from, or you can choose to straighten one arm at a time perhaps. So it would look more like this. And then you can wind, unwind, straighten. So basically all you're doing is moving within the range of movement that your arms have. So you'll know for sure at some point you will get tangled up. So if you continue moving in one way, okay, I cannot go any further back, but I'm stuck here. What can I do from here? I can bend this arm, I can straighten this arm, and then I can unwind myself. Okay? So pick up your staff if you haven't already, and just grab it and just play around a little bit with it. Just explore what it's like to move within the range of motion that your arms naturally have, by bending the elbows, straightening the arms. There's no right or wrong here, as long as you're keeping hold of the staff with both hands, okay? So you're tangling yourself up. And like I said at the start, it starts to feel a little bit martial arty. And it is very much along the same lines as bow staff, for example. If you've ever seen martial artists use a bow staff, it's very like, you know, sound effects really help in this as well, yeah? So, and you can imagine, you know, you're fighting an enemy or, you know, imaginary ninjas or something, you know? So you can start to use this, and you can see how I'm moving my body with the staff. So it becomes a very strong, and I'm striking also, if you know, of course, if you want to strike as if you're battling or, you know, using a martial arts weapon, then I'm using also the core of my body. It's like a snapping motion, snapping. Okay, so it's not just the arms and the shoulders, because your arms and shoulders are going to get really sore. So I'm using my whole core to twist and move. And at any point you can do some badass ninja poses, okay? So I can release my hand. You know, if you have fire, obviously you don't want to stay here too long, but you can, yeah? Come back, grab it with your other hand, do the same on the other side, okay? So maybe you've seen some Bruce Lee films, some you know, some fighting movies, you know, Jet Li or something like this. You can start to use your imagination on how, you know, you can start to make this look really cool within a performance, for example, or if you're just playing. You know, maybe you want to do some horizontal spins, you know, and then you can start to move through the space. Okay. So these are just some ideas to play with. I'll just free throw for a little bit so you can see what you can maybe do. Okay? So, like I said, this can be very martial arty. It can be more dancey if that's more of your approach. But start to just kind of make a game out of it as well, you know. Start to move through the space, you know. Like I said, maybe you're like, you know, jumping around, fighting some ninjas. twisting, you know. This is the same movement, but I'm twisting from side to side. Okay? You can have a lot of fun with this. I mean, I really love it, so I hope that you do. And this is really beautiful to add in to a performance. You know, you're doing a lot of spinning styles, whatever, and then you can stop and then, you know, do some really powerful martial arty kind of things within your performance. It can add such a beautiful dynamic that, you know, I don't see a lot of people really do this in their performances, especially with staff. So yeah, I really hope that you explore it and yeah, just go crazy with it. Okay, much love, and I'll see you on the next tutorial.